So when I was 19, I took my first trip to Edmonton, Alberta with my girlfriend Brittany. Brittany like went there often, so she knew her way around and like, knew clubs and stuff. And so we went to two after hours when we were there. I'm not gonna name which ones, but if anyone who's been to Edmonton in 2005 and went to the after hours there, they probably know which ones I'll be referring to. But I don't know. I forget the name of one of them, so that's why I don't want to name both. Name just one and then not know the others, and just make it confusing. So I'm just not gonna name both. I'm just gonna call them Club 1 and Club 2. So we get to so when we get to the first one, like this. Before we even get in, this car like just drives up to me and Brittany and like just kind of like tosses some chick out at us and tells us that she's ours now. So we're like, okay. Like, and then she just kind of tagged along with us for the rest of the night. She was nice. We had no idea what was up with that whole interaction though, or like they thought we were somebody else, or they're just like, here, this chick is just going to anyone now. And yeah, it's one of the very few people who are nice that I met in Edmonton. When we finally get into the first after hours we went to, or like Club 1, I'm not enjoying like the music. Like there's no bass to anything. Like the vibe is really weird. Like there's people there are just like not friendly. I'm used to Winnipeg raves, so like this is a completely different and like environment, and it's like not welcoming at all. And so yeah, I'm trying to make the best of it. I'm trying to dance, but like I just can't because I'm just can't get into the music. It's just very minimal techno, and like that's just not fun. And then so like I went to go sit down, and then it's getting more packed in there, and Brittany's dancing, and then some guy comes up to me and with a cut arm and holding a bandana, and asked me if I would help him, if I would be willing to tie the bandana around his arm for him because he can't get it, and he's asked 5 different people so far, and they all told him to go fuck himself. Like it's not nice there. So I was like, oh my god, I'm like, yeah, for sure, because he was like so happy that I was actually willing to help him and just like tie a bandana around his arm, which I did. Like it's not like I had to like touch his blood or anything. He wanted to thank me by straight up like offering me date rape drugs. Told me that I was like, what? I'm like, no. And he's like, come on. He's like, I'll make you feel horny and aggressive. I was like, because that's what I want to feel with a complete stranger, like in a city I don't know. And he's like, see that guy standing by that door? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that's the door of the basement. He's like, that's my buddy. He'll let us in there before it opens. I'm like, I'm not going to a basement with some stranger, especially if he wants me to try and feel like horny and aggressive with him. Just sort of just trying to get away from this guy. I was like, maybe I understand why people are like not so friendly here. This is like what they're dealing with. So I'm trying to find my girlfriend. I cannot find her at all. Like I've searched around for it, and this guy's still like right there, trying to convince me into taking like actual date rape drugs with him and going into some basement that I have no idea what's down there, or like what is, or like if it, like because like I don't know this guy. I'm not taking that. So I I went outside to try to find her, see if she's outside smoking or something, but I couldn't find her. So I went back inside to see if maybe if she was outside smoking maybe, and back inside, but like I still couldn't find her. So I decided to like check outside again. And this is where I found like the only two candy kids I found in all of Edmonton. My cat's attacking me. So yeah, I find these the only 2 candy kids, so there's 3 people standing outside. So I'm like, and they're like, oh my god, there's another candy kid. I was like, oh my god, there's another candy kid, because that's when I was like in my height of my candy kid phase. Because Winnipeg, they're everywhere, and nobody I've seen at the time. And so I'm talking, I'm seeing if like, if I wait by the door, the exit door, like eventually my girlfriend's gonna come out there, and I'll find her that way. So like, yeah, they weren't going in. So then. I started talking to them, and then like I didn't know, some random ass dude just walks up to me. It's like 3, almost 4 in the morning at this point. Some random guy just wanders up the street. He wasn't wasn't inside the after hours. He just walks up, and he looks at me only, and asked me if I know one of my, and like lists the names off one of my friends from Winnipeg. He goes and texts my friend and tells him that I'm just like asking random people like downtown Edmonton if they know him. And he's like, what the hell? I was like, no, that's not how that happened. Like, he walked up to me and asked me that, and I was like, I'm really confused about that. And so that was pretty weird. But then my girlfriend ended up coming out, and she had that girl that was like that was pretty much delivered to us like outside in the beginning. So like when we decided to check out, I told her about the topless dude and how like I was like kind of freaked out about that. So we decided to go check out club number 2, and we get there, and so like I went to go get us if there's like anywhere to get buy water or anything because I was like dehydrating. So I went to go to this back room to get some water. But before, my girlfriend didn't want to come with me because there's some guy who like walked into the room with her before I went there, who from a distance looked like her biological father, and she's like didn't feel like taking that risk that it might be him for being at a afterwards or whatever. So I went in the room by myself. And there's some couches after I bought my water and just wanted to sit down a bit. And since I was like just sat down, I wanted to drink my water. And that dude that my girlfriend thought might have been her dad ends up coming and like jumping on the couch and like laying, like spreading himself across me, like putting his head in my lap, and I was like, ah! And he's like, hey, he's like, I think we have a connection. I was like, I do not. And he's like, I just want one night with you. He's like, I think we'll have great sexual chemistry. I was like, I'm here with my girlfriend, and like, he's like, he literally, he's like, this must have been this dude's first time like taking ecstasy or something, because he was like, I took a little bit of the E tonight. He's like, and I've never been here before. He's like, and there's just something about you. He's like, I'm very attracted and charged to you. And like, I was like, I was just not know what to do. So I was just like, I need an adult. And then like the guy working at the like water bottle like concession stand or whatever, he's like, you need to be an adult to get in here. I was like, damn it. So like this dude's still on me and I can't get up. And then so like Brittany eventually comes and like comes to check to see like what is going on, like why I haven't returned to the main room or whatever yet. And so then she sees this guy on me. She's like, excuse me, you get off my girlfriend. And then he's like, this dude like has some like actually like he's trying to like claim that he's like his like a Lamborghini and a Ferrari and the Lambo's like outside and stuff, and he'll take us for a ride. And we're just like, oh, I'm sure this thing he's lying. And then he like whips out this wad of like hundreds, or like it was a huge one, like, and he's like, I've got like 10,000 cash here right now. He's like, I'll give it to both of you. He's like, if you let me have one night with her. And he's like told me that he'd even take us shopping in the morning or the next day or that day, like when it's like in the afternoon, buy us whatever we wanted. And he like claimed he had some like he'd worked for like some sports team or whatever in Canada, and so like, and gave me his card. I ended up like looking up later on to see if he was actually legit. He was, which was even more weird. And he did actually have a Lamborghini in the parking lot like when we were leaving, because like we didn't go with him though. He was like he's like trying so hard to convince. He tried paying me, tried paying my girlfriend, tried to just so he could have one night with me or one morning with me. No, it's not happening. We end up like at the end, like when we were leaving, and then he's still there because he didn't leave without me. And I was like, oh god. And then like there's some like that was like the only nice person at that afterwards. And then when we were leaving, because there's a church right across the street, there's some like biker woman and her husband like at the church parking lot, and they seen like this dude like just pestering me or something, and the woman came over, she's like, is that, she's like, are you with that guy? We're like, nope. when the guy came back with the Lamborghini to try and get us into it, her husband decided to like follow, just trying to like rev his bike at him, trying to scare him off, and then she decided to follow him, make sure that he like didn't come back and try following us again. So me and Brittany go off, like we're definitely a weird night. Much preferred the Winnipeg rave scene. People were friendly there, like everyone was like in the Winnipeg rave scene, like everyone's friendly. There's candy kids everywhere. They're like, well, at least back in 2004, 2005, and like they were just like, it was a fun time. Like this was not fun. Like neither of those clubs were fun. They were just very awkward and just like the one dude, like I had very weird proposition, very, very weird and persistent dudes propositioning me at both of them. I don't know. I never went to any more clubs or parties in Edmonton after that.